Mother Goose's Nursery Rhymes. Illustrated by Kate Greenaway. This is a beautiful vintage reproduction by Chancellor Press. And it says on the back, amongst the most lovely books for children must be classed the delightful 19th century volumes illustrated by Kate Greenaway, whose charming drawings of sweet little children in gardens and with flowers have been famous for many years. This is a beautiful facsimile of the original 1881 edition, filled with over 40 of our favourite nursery rhymes, all brought to life with Kate Greenaway's illustrations. And if you wanted to try and get hold of it, it's ISBN 0907 48672X. I don't know when this edition was published. I can't see. But yeah, and a lot of the poems in there, a lot of the nursery rhymes are familiar but also unfamiliar. Some of them are very similar. There's Hark, Hark, Little Jack Corner, There Was an Old Woman, Diddlety, Diddlety, Diddlety. That is familiar but unfamiliar. We're All Jolly Boys, To Market, Elsie Marley, Daffy Down Dilly, Jack's Brat, Lucy Locket, Cross Patch, Johnny Shall Have a New Bonnet, There Was a Little Boy, Draw a Pail of Water, Jack and Jill, Little Bo Peep, Polly Put the Kettle On, Little Tommy Tittlemouth, Tell Tell Tit, Goosey Goosey Gander, Willy Boy, Mary Mary Quite Contrary, Bonny Lass Pretty Lass, A Diller a Dollar, Little Betty Blue, Billy Boy Blue, Girls and Boys Come Out to Play, Jumping Joan, that isn't well known but it's a delight, Ride a Cock Horse, Rockabye Baby, Little Tom Tucker, Little Miss Muffet, Humpty Dumpty, Seesaw Jack in the Hedge. See, Jack in the Hedge. Unfamiliar but familiar. Little Lad, As I Was Going Up Pippin Hill, one of my favourites, Little Maid, My Mother and Your Mother, All Around the Green Gravel, One Foot Up, the Other Foot Down, Georgie Porgy, As Tommy Snooks and Bessie Brooks. That's a tongue twister in first line. Tom Tom the Piper's Son, Ring a Ring of Roses. Those all should be familiar, but some of them not. Well, not all of them should be familiar, but yeah. It's a really interesting volume and a record of the English voice, really, and cultural heritage that is to do with kind of like just people being themselves in their environment rather than shoving off to be empirical or anything, which is the side that I'm less interested in. The kind of glory pants on fire. Glory, tell me another story. Anyway, this first one. Hark, hark, the dogs bark, the beggars are coming to town, some in rags and some in tags and some in silken gowns. Some gave them white bread and some gave them brown, some gave them a good horsewhip and sent them out of town. Now that does sound political, and I don't know who the beggars are supposed to be. The ones that are wearing silken gowns. But it's another world, but it's the format of it's interesting. So yeah, that. I'll just read a few. Start with Little Jack Corner sat in the corner, eating a Christmas pie. put in his thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy am I." And this one is, there was an old woman lived under a hill, and if she's not gone, she lives there still. That might have been a real place or a real incident that gets turned into a hum, a bit like A.A. Milne imagined in Winnie the Pooh, making up his hums. So I think sometimes phrases and rhymes, I did some similar things when my kids were little, especially little songs for routines or just for passing a moment. This is 6 minutes, over 6 minutes, so I think I'm going to end that there. I might show you the picture of that Hark, Hark, the dog's bark picture. So beautiful. And I shall come back and read some more.